Hi everybody, I'm Graham from Ford. Today we're marking the end of 91 years of manufacturing in Australia and saying thank you to the wonderful employees who've contributed a great deal to Ford. Now, as a tribute to our people and the living legacy Falcon has created, we put together the following video. It's just a small slice of our rich history and the many accomplishments of our teams. But it does show how the legacy of Falcon will live on. It also shows how the years of investment and commitment to excellence for our local vehicles will now be carried into the future. As a major product development hub for Ford globally, the Ford Australia team will continue to use their expertise and knowledge to help us deliver great vehicles like the Everest and Ranger. Now, through a series of video interviews, we'll introduce to you some of the members of the Ford Australia team who are carrying Falcon's legacy into Ford's future. Thank you to everybody who's contributed to our rich history, and to each of you for helping us move forward.
Ford Motor Company of Australia formed on the 31st of March 1925. Model T production began and assembly plants opened in Geelong, Adelaide and Brisbane. In 1934, the world's first coupe utility, the Model 40, was designed and built by Ford Australia. A $37 million expansion program was announced in 1958, and Ford moved to vehicles that were 85% Australian-made. Work started on the 17-acre assembly plant at Broadmeadows, with the site taking over assembly line production from Geelong in August 1959, with a capacity of 200 vehicles per day. On the 29th of April 1960, Geelong's engine plant produced the first inline six-cylinder engine for the brand new Ford Falcon. The 1,800-acre proving ground was established at the Yuyangs near Geelong in 1965, the beginning of what would become Ford's product development hub across Victoria. 5 new XP Falcons were taken there and driven a total of 70,000 miles in a durability run lasting 9 days to demonstrate the Falcon could withstand harsh Australian conditions. Australia's first muscle car, the XR Falcon GT, was built in 1967 and wins the Bathurst 500. Falcon's racing success led to models including the legendary XY GT Phase 3. In 1972, the XA Falcon becomes the first all-Australian designed Falcon on the road. 1982, the XE Falcon and locally made Laser led Ford Australia to record production and more than 170,000 sales, claiming overall market leadership for the first time. A new $1.4 million steering, ride and handling test track was installed at the Yuyangs Proving Ground in 1998 to help Ford engineers test and develop vehicle dynamics. Australia's first homegrown SUV, the Ford Territory, was released in 2004 and became the only SUV to win Wheels Car of the Year. Australian-based teams have led the global development of vehicles such as Ranger, which went on sale in 2011, continuing Ford's innovation of the Ute. Ranger was the first pickup to achieve a 5-star ANCAP rating. Ford's global SUV, the Everest, was launched in 2015, with local teams having also played a lead role in its development. Ford invested $300 million in local product development operations in 2015 alone, adding to nearly $2 billion of investment over the past 6 years. The Falcon Sprint was released in May 2016 after a team of product development specialists came together to create the best ever Falcon. The model drew on Ford's local performance heritage, and all 1,400 quickly sold out and became highly sought after collector's cars. More than 3.8 million Falcons have been made in Australia since 1960, as part of the 6 million vehicles built in Australia over 91 years. In 2017, Ford will open its new Asia Pacific Product Development Centre in Broadmeadows and become Australia's largest auto employer. Ford's ongoing product development operations, built originally for the Falcon, will keep the iconic car's legacy alive in Australia for years to come. Thank you for being part of our continuing story.